Good evening, bandits. Ooh, what a good day. What a good morning. Great trading. Great look, I think. Great plan. It worked out really well. I want to take a look at it. Let's look at how we traded. Let's look at the setups that we saw this morning, how we traded them, why we took the ones that we did, and we'll go from there. Nvidia up over 500 overnight. Congrats to the guys who took it long. We've been talking about it going to 500 for a while. So congrats if you're one of the ones that held it or that swung that into the earnings. You're going to be sitting pretty when you wake up tomorrow. And other than that, I'm on another social media site, so we'll talk about that too. Let's kick this and get started. All right, we are here. So if you are watching, like, share, subscribe, all that kind of fun stuff. I appreciate it, and it does mean a lot to the channel. Going to be doing a lot of new stuff here, and we are now on Twitter, guys. Brand new, just got started at Real Gator Trader. I'll drop the thing down, and we can take a look at it. Literally just launched it. I'll put the link in the description of this video if you want to give me a follow. I'll also be posting it in Discord just to let everybody know. I'm going to be posting my stuff over there as well as in Discord and anywhere else that I'm active. So we'll be able to look at it. There'll also be videos, live stream, and other stuff eventually coming to Twitter. But for now, we do have a Twitter account and it is set up. So Real Gator Trader, and the name is just Gator Trader at Real Gator Trader. So let's go ahead and look at what we did today. For those of y'all who don't know, every single morning I post a list of charts that I am looking at, or a list of names that I'm looking at. Here they are. Let's take a look at what we said this morning. Very low conviction day. I had family in town and that they were going to be leaving this morning, so I would not be very active. I was more active than I thought I would be. Would like to see a rest day in the market waiting for Nvidia earnings, meaning I didn't think we were going to get crazy breakouts or breakdowns, and we'd more than likely pick a direction and grind. Here's what I did. If you want to pause this and look at any of the names, you can always come back to it. I'm going to jump back to the chart because I often forget. But there they are. You can pause right there if you want to see it. And let's jump back into looking at the charts. So Nvidia, 454 is early support. 454 is the bottom of this trend line. This is the name I played this morning. We're opening up here. I can see the name bouncing around between 448 and 465. 465 being up here. I thought there's a good chance that you would have an inside day between here and there. We actually came up and flagged and grinded higher in the afternoon. We'll come to that in a second, but that was my initial thought for the day. It wouldn't surprise me if we chopped around and we either did something like this and chopped around, or if we came down and we chopped around down here. So I expected it to stay in a range. We kind of broke out and went a little bit higher. We caught a trend, so didn't look too bad. If you were kind of playing this range, every time you basically came lower, it did a nice little bounce there. So either way, this morning, if we bounce at the open, I'll look for a scalp in a 465, then watch and wait from there for follow through or a rollover. If we break down, I'll look for 448, then a test of yesterday's lows if that sets up. All right, so at the open, we had a very big 2-minute candle, roughly $6 or so. I'm sorry, the first candle about the same, roughly about $4, and then the second candle, roughly a $6 candle. I did not take this 2-minute breakout. I said on the mic I did not like it. I wasn't sure. I was going to wait. I didn't trust the move to the upside, and it opened up near 62, so you didn't have a lot of room for that break. So I didn't take it. On this massive acceleration down, if we go to the 1 minute, I did take this short. Called it live too. Up and up. Now, if you did take the 1 minute break here through 61, you did get a nice scalp. Hopefully you didn't get torn up. But as this just shot down, this was fast. I looked away, looked at Tesla or something, and the name just wrecked. So as this accelerated down, I did not try to chase it. I waited for this next candle to pop. I just kind of let it go. Once this came back up to about through 59 and then started giving us this little, you can call it a shooting star or something. But this nice candle here, we started accelerating back down through the low print. I bought through, it was like 58.80. So as we started going back down through the opening print, I shorted and held all the way down Sold some down here, called it live when I sold, said, hey, through the 2-minute 200 as we dropped, I said I'm selling some of it. I sold some of it, and then held the rest into 52, sold some as we broke through, had a quarter left looking for 48. We did not actually hit 48, so you could say that I did miss the target, even though I did play this for a 58 to 52, a 6-point play at the open. It did not actually go. And so this is part of what we kind of talked about yesterday, changing your plan when something changes. It was clear you had a 5-minute 200. We needed to undercut this 5-minute 200 to get a follow through. It did not happen. You had a beautiful tweezer bottom here. It bounced. I sold as we got back in through 54, my last quarter. This is where your trade management and stuff really matters. This is where it's important to understand risk management and not just sticking to something when you see something else. So you have a 5-minute 200 with a tweezer bottom, and we bounced. I got out around 54.50 when it failed to break back down here, and we started going higher. I just got out of it. I called the exit, and then we bounced, and actually went long on this 2-minute bar. If you can look at it, we talked through this one live, and I said that I thought it would bounce around in between 65 and 48. You got a beautiful tweezer bottom. Move this out. You got the beautiful tweezer bottom bounce. I didn't take any of this. I left this alone. I wasn't positive what was going to happen. This is still kind of a bearish setup. Yes, it was reversing. Yes, that was a reason to go long. I didn't take this. Waited for this 2-minute setup, and I actually sold at 65 because that was where my plan said to kind of start getting out through 65. So I got out, and I was done for the day. Not gonna lie, that was roughly I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I caught the whole thing and that I held it overnight. Wish I did. It's not really the type of trading I do right now. But 6 points to the downside. Bought through the top of this candle break at 60. Sold at 65. So 6 points down. 5 points up? 11 points or so in NVIDIA. And at least on the runners and stuff, I always sell a little bit to start. And then talked a little bit about it before I left and drew a fib line like this, and we did end up hitting this. You did end up trending very nicely for the rest of the day, and obviously if you look at this right now, we're doing great. So that's that. As high as 520. So yeah, you're doing fine if you held this. It's just not what I do. I'm consistent with what I do, and I do plan on extending what I do into the pre-market into earnings and some other things. But for now, that is what it is. Let's take a look at the next. I mean, really, that's the only thing I traded. Let's see. So the other thing I looked at was Netflix. I said I was going to ignore it. I called this long here. If you go back and look at what I posted, I said that Netflix looking for it to take out yesterday's high. I wrote this before any of this opened. It was down here. I said looking for it to take out yesterday's high, and then basically a move into 424 and 429. It hit 429 beautifully today. So this is actually, if you traded this, a beautiful flag and break. I called this one live too and took a scalp in it. Took a few scalps in it. Along with NVIDIA. So this was actually a massive winner. I just didn't have massive size because I was trading NVIDIA. Looking back, this would have been the winner. But if you want to see what we were looking at, when you talk about price patterns and you talk about stuff like that, like you have this whole down move. We finally bounce. Instead of having this reversal, you have a higher pivot low, double bottom, higher pivot low. Break and flag. This was my favorite name going into the day more than NVIDIA. I liked this name, and it just went pre-market talking about they had some news about restrictions and stuff, or tightening up password sharing and some stuff like that. So the name absolutely ripped. Went up to $36. I called $29, which was here. I was looking for the top of this. This is how I got that level. I was looking for $29, and we hit $29. The 2-minute 200 at 30 hit 2. So absolutely perfect, breakout call flag. If you traded this, you definitely won. I would say that this was probably the winner of the day. And if I was posting on Twitter about what I did and how I took this is one that 100% was great. And you could definitely do some bragging about. So beautiful flag, break, just ran all day. what else can I say? I mean, I can't give it to you more on that. I talked about this in the pre-market, that it was my absolutely favorite name. I just hated that it went before I got there. Meta, third name on the chart. Looking at Meta, looks like it can move today. Waiting for it to hold 287.50 early. If we break 289, I'll be looking for moving to yesterday's high, 290, 295. Yeah, and then if we fail, I'd be looking for 285. So if we jump back to Meta, 291. So we broke right at the open. Beautiful flag above the level I was looking for. We held 289 and went up to 293. Consolidated off the 21. 295 hit, and actually beyond that 297. So again, I had a slightly R3 hit. I had a slightly almost hit. Conservative target of 295. I looked at 295 as basically, here's where I kind of decided that line was at. I looked at this and I said, okay, here's where we had a reversal. Here's how we had a bounce. Failure. We couldn't get back above that to get up to here, so we failed here. So what I'm looking for is moving to 295. You need to get above Friday's high and flag. We did. We consolidated, broke off the 21, and beautiful move to 297. So if you took this, you also won. So I would say 3 for 3. Depending on how you scored NVIDIA. Maybe you scored NVIDIA a miss, even though I traded it live pretty well. Maybe you scored that a miss, but Meta, beautiful breakout trade. This was my second favorite name today. Just because of, I mean, look at this falling wedge, beautiful setup, channel. As soon as you broke through $99 or $89, so you cut through 89, cut through the 2-minute 200. This is a buy all day. I can't draw this one up any better than that. Microsoft didn't really care, just trying to give more names. This one actually worked. It was similar to Meta in the way it was setting up. If you look at where things were, you had a double top here. So Microsoft, really quick. I try to keep these videos under 15 minutes. So let's take a look really quick. Microsoft watching for 294 to hold and push to 326.18. 326.18 hit. 320. If that breaks, I'll look for 328 and 330. We almost hit 330. I missed that by a few cents. So 328 to hit. So I was looking for a 24 to break. Came back, held the break, pushed up to 26, or held the pivot from yesterday, this 23.91 or 24, which is what we needed. We pushed up to 26.18. Beautiful. Hit the first target, and we missed the second target by a few cents. But if you took this one again off the level breakout that I called, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. You had a winner all day. I got to add up the points that we won on this, and maybe that's what I'll make the title of the video. Just great. I did not expect this many good moves today, to be honest with you. Tesla, I said looking for buying the dippers to possibly come in. Maybe the buy the dippers will come in, not sure. 229.50 is the overhead I care about. If we can take that out, I'll look for a fade into the fibs in yesterday's close. If we break down at the open, I'll look for 24.50 and 20 whatever. So I did not trade this one. Just straight up didn't trade it. I don't think. I was looking at some other stuff. Didn't take this. This isn't the price action I liked. I had NVIDIA, I had Netflix, I had Meta, I had Microsoft, all names that worked really well. Technically, this did work. The problem is this candle was just so big relative to the gap down. It's only $3. It's not massive, but just compared to the gap down, when you just go at the open, I didn't have a limit order set or anything like that at the open, so I didn't get filled. I didn't take it. And we ended up, you did follow the fibs, you did go back up. And it did retrace, but there's nothing necessarily there that I talk about, other than I think later in the day maybe I said I liked it for I don't remember. Tesla was not my focus today, so I didn't care for it as much as some of the other names. I wouldn't even give myself that name because I don't know how you would play it necessarily break off of what I called, other than looking for 229. That's just looking for the top of it. Yeah, so I'm not going to give myself that one, just because of the way it traded. I don't think I deserve that call. It wasn't bold enough to say if you take out highs, the way I should have called this one, and I was running out of time, I think, as I didn't put as much time into this one, is if you can get above hindsight 2020 armchair quarterback, but if you could get above 34.20, this kind of fib, and you could break out, then look for a move into like 38, 238 or something. That would have been a trade that I would be proud to call. I didn't do that, but I do hope that these names that we did today, me and CT on the mic, CT traded amazing today. Great job to you on the mic, buddy, if you're watching, and great job to Bandits. I know a lot of you had a good day. Talked to some of you that said you traded really well and that you caught some of these moves. I'm glad that some of what I post and what I talk, how I talk in the morning helps. So thank you so much for supporting the thank you so much for supporting the channel, for supporting me. If you're still watching, leave a like, share, subscribe. If you are watching this and you want to give me a follow, there is the Twitter. Brand new, just up. I'll be posting it in other locations. A lot of stuff's going to be going on there too. I might also set up some stuff on Rumble for you guys that are on there. So slowly expanding. Like I said, I plan on putting a ton of work into this very soon. So I appreciate the support, guys. A little bit longer video, 15 minutes. I will catch you guys tomorrow morning, and we'll have fun trading that all-time highs 500 level in the video. We'll see what it does. But no matter what happens, we are going to trade intelligently. We're going to let the chart speak to us. We're not going to get caught up in FOMO. We're going to have a plan going into the day. We're going to read the charts, and based off of the price action, the charts, we're going to make money, and we're going to be consistent. So love you guys. Thanks for all your support. Hope you killed it today, and if you didn't, come with a plan tomorrow. It's okay. You're a good trader. We'll get it back tomorrow. Have a good one.